What's going on?
So we're back with another video. This is like a really interesting story. This story time is the time I threw his shit out the window.
To me, this is like a crazy story.
We're gonna be telling it from both sides because it's like, you know, it's his side, her side, and then the truth is somewhere in the middle.
I know the truth.
This is how the day started, right? It was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I was at work, right? This is when I was working at Best Buy. I think he called me or he texted me, I can't remember. And he was like, babe, I'm coming to pick you up from work. He always pick you up every day. Yeah, he picks me up every day from work. But like, he came in the mall. And I'm like, he don't usually come inside the mall to come get me. So I'm like, okay, that's fishy, number one, right?
How is that fishy?
So he comes to get me. First, he was like, we going to get some sneakers. So we went to the Vans store and he bought me a pair of Vans and he bought himself a pair of Vans. And I'm like, this is fishy number two.
No. But I've been said I was gonna buy some Vans. I didn't say when, but I've been
He didn't say when, but you don't just come pick me up out of the blue talking about you want to buy me sneakers. He bought the sneakers, right? Then we're walking through the mall and I had been told him that Build-A-Bear was new in the mall and they got Minions. If you don't know, I'm in love with Minions. Like, I love Minions. So he bought me 2 Minions from Build-A-Bear. 2 Minions from Build-A-Bear. Okay? Right? So I'm like, 2 Minions and this nigga just bought me sneakers. Like, something is fishy. He's bought me sneakers. Now he buying me 2 Build-A-Bears. Not 1 Build-A-Bear, but 2 Build-A-Bears.
It was on sale.
Then, what did you tell me, babe?
I say I'm going out with the fellas tonight. But this one here, as soon as I tell her that Queen Petty.
I don't care. I'm King Petty, matter of fact.
She's
King
like
Petty.
She's like, oh, since you going out, now I'm going out. Like why, bro? Like, I don't do that to her. Like, when she wants to go out with her friends, I don't be petty and be like, oh, since you going out, I'm going out. But she has to be petty.
Anyways, so that's not really, like, I was being petty, but I wasn't like OD being petty. Like, my friend Tiger had called me like 2-3 days before and he was like, yo sis, we going out to this party, I need you to pop out.
Mind you, she didn't mention this though. So once she did that, I instantly got mad because I'm like, yo, like, you being extra. Because you could stay in the crib, you ain't have to do all that since I'm going out, you gotta go out. I'm not saying you gotta stay in the house, but it's just petty because you never mentioned the party before. So now all of a sudden you got plans.
The whole time, the car ride home, he has the attitude.
Yeah, I mean, the plan was, I'm not gonna lie, the plan was for me to come and pick her and her friends up from the party.
Oh, okay, that's the thing. Let me get to that, right? So while we in the house, my best friend Chrissy, she lived next door, right? We was going to the party together. Me and her was going to Lake Tiger, and then we was going to the party. I told him, when we ready, be ready to come get us. Like, that's the normal thing. It's not like it's something new. When I'm at a party and I'm ready to go, he comes to get me. So it's nothing new now that you're out with your friends. Like, no, you're still coming to come get me.
Boom, I get to my spot. We in there, mind you, it's been a while since I've been out, so I'm drunk. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm drunk, I'm smacked. But we in the spot we don't really have no service. Like, my phone don't really have no service, but she said she was calling me. I didn't get that. So when she called me, I'm like, hello, but I can't hear her because I'm in the spot, obviously. So I left the spot, called her back. She's wilding on the phone. Cops just put their hands on me. You not answering the fucking phone. I'm like, yo, like, calm down, mind you. I'm OD Smith. Like, come get me right now. I'm like, yo, where you at?
Okay.
She was, I don't know where she was at.
Let's rewind that, right? We get to the party, right? So I don't know where y'all from, but like, we from Brooklyn. So when people pop out to a party, like, it's crazy. So people popping bottles, all types of stuff, throwing champagne on everybody. The party basically got shut down by the cops. So now everybody is leaving the club. I called babe and I was like, babe, I'm ready to go. He like, huh? I can't hear you. Huh? What are you saying? Huh?
I'm in a spot. The music is blasting in my ear, bro. Like.
Anyways, my side of the story. Okay, so now that they kicking everybody out the club or whatever, everybody's sitting outside. I'm still calling his phone, right? So then me and Chrissy, like, there was the mad people in front of the club. So we decided to cross the street. So when we crossed the street, the cops was pulling up. Like, it was just mad cop cars outside pulling up. The cops, like, started arguing with me, like, why are you standing in the street? You can't stand here. I was like, mister, like, at this point, I stopped calling Derek, and I was calling me an Uber. And the Uber saying it's outside, but the cops had blocked off the street. So I'm trying to figure out which cab is mine, and the cop is just screaming at me, yelling at me. And I'm like, yo, mister, I'm trying to find my cab. Like, is it a crime to stand in the street? So then he put his hands on me, like he grabbed me up, put me on the car. Chrissy stand right here. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I didn't even do nothing. I didn't wild. I ain't nothing. So then after that, while he got his hands on me, I'm wilding on him. I'm blacking on him. I'm like, you're bugging. And I just started going off. Then mad cops started rushing over like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? And then the black cop, what he said to me, he was like, you're not going to win this. So you shouldn't even try, or you should just leave it alone. And I'm just looking at him like, mister, I didn't even do nothing. Like, do you understand that I didn't do nothing? Right? So basically the cop let go of me. And then they was like, oh, we can't arrest you because there's nothing to arrest you for. And I was like, you need to tell him that, because I know that. And I'm still calling Derek's phone and he's not answering. Like, it's going straight to voicemail. So I'm tight. Like, I'm like, yo, all of this happened and he's still not worried about me. He's still, all right, cool. So then I'm looking at the Uber app. Me and Chrissy found the cab eventually. It was like on the next block or whatever. So we walked to the cab and now we in the cab and I'm calling Derek's phone. And I'm like, he's still not answering. So then finally I get an answer. And he's like, huh, what happened? Babe, I can't hear you. It's mad loud in here. And I'm like, you still in the party after I'm calling down your phone? Like, it's not like I called you once or twice. I'm calling your phone multiple times.
I didn't get all of those calls because I told you I didn't have no service.
So now, me and Chrissy in the cab, and we just recapping on the night, like, okay, so your nigga moving funny and my nigga moving funny. Like,
I didn't even move.
What's up? Like, is it a full moon tonight? I'm confused. So we finally get home, and I'm still calling him, and he's not home yet. So I'm like, you know what? Let me start texting him. So he texts me.
First of all, she's disrespectful with the mouth.
If I'm mad, I'm gonna be disrespectful. Anyways, what did I say?
Fuck you. This is the third. Suck my. I'm like, oh nah, but I'm still drunk. So as I'm reading these text messages, I left the club. We walk into the car. I'm reading these text messages, so I'm just instantly getting mad. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, she's wilding right now. Like, it's not that serious. Like, you in the Uber, you got home safe. So I leave the spot. So my big bro, he won't let me drive. He like, nah, you drunk. Plus you mad. You know? So he like, yo, you're not driving. I'm driving home. Driving to the crib. Now, mind you, she's texting me. She's like, yo, you don't come home right now. Your stuff gonna be outside. I'm throwing your stuff out. So in my head, I'm like, nah, she's not really gonna throw my stuff out the window. You feel me? I'm like, nah, she's not gonna do that. But mind you, I had them in the car with me. Like, I had it in the back of my mind that she's not gonna do it. But then I'm like, nah, I don't know. Since she might do it. Since she's not all the way there, bro. Like, so I'm like, you know what? I told them, I said, yo, instead of me dropping y'all off and then going home, y'all just come with me, because if my stuff is outside, I'm blacking. It's over. Get to that house. Like, instantly when we drove on the block, her friend's sister is sitting outside, right? So I already know that it's, I see my stuff, so I'm in the car blacking already, bro. I'm tight, telling them, wilding them. They telling me, they like, yo, I'm not letting you get out the car if you don't calm down. I said, no, fuck out of here. She got my shit outside on the grass in the dirt. I'm like, nah, she's wilding right now, bro. Like, she's wilding. So they calm me down. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, I'm not letting you out the car until you calm down.
Okay, so, wait, now pause. Let's read, because you was telling your side and I'm gonna tell my side too. So while I was in the car blacking, I said, you know what? Let me scare him, see if it get him home faster. So I'm like, you know what? When you come home, your stuff is gonna be outside, right? Me, Chrissy, and her older sister, we outside all talking. I'm calling Derek. He's still not answering. Mind you, I'm home. I've been home for like a good 10-20 minutes now. Okay, you still not home? Even after I said I was gonna throw your stuff outside, you was in Queens, I was in Queens. It don't take you that long to get home. I'm just thinking in my head, mad stuff is going through my head like, yo, he really don't care about me. This is crazy. Just mad stuff is going through my head. So you know what? I just got up. And everybody was like, Kai, you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I said, I'll be right back. So I go upstairs, I go in the closet, and I just start taking shit, throwing it out the window. Throwing it out the window. You know like in the movies? When the girl throw the stuff out the window and it's like it fall in slow motion. That's what was happening. And then as soon as the first one fell, Chrissy and her sister looked up like, what's happening? Where is this coming from? And they was like, Kai, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. I was like, no, because he's getting me tight. Like, where are you?
Just tell me if this is not over the top and this is like extra petty, all that. Like we can't be adults and talk about it. You gotta throw my stuff out the window.
I tried to be an adult and talk about it. You didn't want to come home.
I'm talking about in person. I was coming home.
You was taking too long.
Well, now I'm taking too long. Go ahead.
So, wait, what happened?
You throwing myself out the window.
Yeah, I was throwing your stuff out the window, and then I'm like, the Xbox. It's like, should I throw the Xbox out the window? You know, be super petty, right?
Shooting through my Xbox out the window. I was never coming back. She would never see me again. I would grab my stuff. It would have been a wrap.
And I thought about that.
Nah, bro.
I thought about that. That's why I didn't throw the Xbox out the window. But I did unplug it. I go downstairs. I sit outside again with Chrissy on my steps, on my front porch.
All my stuff on the grass.
His stuff just sitting there. And Chrissy's sister come over and she start organizing his stuff on the floor. She like, at least just don't put it in the dirt. She taking some stuff out the dirt, lining the stuff up. She was like, can I just take it in the house? I'm like, no, I'm not taking it in the house because he's still not home. Mind you, another 10, 20 minutes pass. And I'm still sitting outside and his stuff is just sitting on the floor, right? So a car pulls up, right? And I'm like, oh, that's done. So now me and Chrissy just sitting there waiting to see what's about to happen. They sat there for like 2 minutes, a minute or two, whatever. Then, like, no lie, on some like Men in Black, Boys to Men type, whatever, all the doors open at the same time. All the doors open at the same time and they get out and they walking together.
Now, the reason it happened like that, because when we pulled up to the block, I seen my stuff outside. So I'm like, yo, I saw blacking in the car. He locking the door. He like, no, don't get out the car. He grabbing me. He like, no, you get out the car till you calm down. They both telling me like, yo, you gotta calm down, son. Like, they're like, yo, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get out the car. Don't say nothing. Grab your stuff. Put it in the car. And then we out. I said, all right, cool. That's when we all got out the car at the same time. That's why we got out the car at the same time. Because they were trying to calm me down. I'm like, nah, I was heated. I'm tight. I'm like, no, fuck that. I was ready to black on him.
Okay, so when they get out the car or whatever and they start walking towards us, I don't know, he came in the gate and I guess we was like going back and forth, and then his brother and his best friend was talking to my best friend and her sister, and it was like, oh, y'all stay out of it, don't tell him what to do, don't this, that, don't whatever the case may be. He's getting his stuff and he's leaving. And I was like, he's leaving? Where he going?
Bro, now stop right there. Somebody throw your stuff out the window. You come home and you see your stuff out the window. What does that mean? They don't want you there. So obviously, I'm going to take my stuff and I'm going to leave.
But it was like a quick reaction. It's not like I didn't never want him there. Like,
so I started grabbing my stuff. Mind you, I'm really not saying nothing to her. You feel me? She coming in, she pushing me, she mushing me. I'm like, yo, stop. I'm trying to hold my composure. I'm still drunk. So I'm like, yo, you know what? Let me just grab my stuff. She's pushing me. I'm like, yo, son, just chill. Let me get my stuff. So I start putting my stuff in the car. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to pay her no mind. I'm trying to get my stuff and go. Then she goes back upstairs. Right? In the midst of me picking my stuff up. Grabs my Xbox. She come back downstairs with the Xbox about to toss it. I say, yo, you toss my Xbox. It's over. It's over. You feel me? I'm like, nah, you playing wild games, bro. Because I ain't touched none of your stuff. Like, two, I
was never touch my stuff. You wasn't home to touch my stuff.
But I would never do that. So I'm like, yo, so you tossed my Xbox, bro. So it's really a wrap, son. So I grabbed the Xbox from her, put that in the car. So I grabbed all my stuff. She's still, like, pushing me, fighting me, grabbing me, and all this. So I'm like, alright, son, I got in the car. No, wait, matter of fact, before I got in the car, like, she was getting me to the point where I had to spaz. So I started spazzing. I started wilding out, son. I was about to rip the tree off the fucking branch and all that, son.
He really grabbed the tree that's on the block. Like, he really grabbed
the tree.
And I was like...
and brought it down. I'm like, yo, son, she really getting me mad, son. Like, she's insane, bro. Like, something's wrong with her, bro. Like, she's crazy. She threw my shit out the window. I'm out. I'm not coming back, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, son, she's bugging right now, bro.
You're back.
So, I left. Boom. She's non-stop for probably...
wait, no, it wasn't when you first left, okay? I was holding my composure. I was strong for the first couple of minutes. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, kind of fucked up here.
Now, mind you, I could see if, I was out with another chick or I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. But me just being in the club, enjoying myself, chilling with the guys, I don't feel like that warrants you to throw my shit out the window because I didn't come home on time. Like, what? Like, I'm a grown ass man.
But it's not that he didn't come home on time. It was because a lot of stuff happened to me.
No.
And then
I'm gonna stop you there. It was because she got to the spot. They wasn't even there that long until the shit went south. Boom. Then a cop put his hands on her. Boom. And then I wasn't answering the phone, or I didn't, react how she wanted me to react.
Yeah, so it was like everything kept building up, and I was getting tight, and I just kept getting more tight. I got
penalized for the cop putting his hands on her. Like, I was gonna be able to do something when I got there, like, bumping the cop, like, nigga, like, nah, bro. Like, then I'm going to jail.
That's what I expected you to do.
You expect me to go to jail, and then you go home, and then you really
not go to jail, but like,
I'd have been going to jail, so that's a charge.
If you was there, it would have never happened in the first place.
Anyway, I leave, feel me, probably like, I don't know, like 30 minutes later. She calling my phone. Now I'm not answering the phone. She's calling back to back like.
No, wait, pause. Right? So when he left, he went to his mother's house, right? So what time is it? Like
3 in the morning.
3, 4 o'clock in the morning. His brother called the mother like, oh, this girl is crazy. She threw his stuff out the window. We coming to your house right now, ma.
My mom's live probably like 10 minutes away. She's right there. So I'm like, I'm going to my house.
So they wake mommy up at like 4 o'clock in the morning about our nonsense.
Not our nonsense, your nonsense.
My nonsense, whatever. Wake her up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who wants to be woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning over some BS?
Who wants to come home and they shit is sitting on the lawn at 4 o'clock in the morning? That's some BS. Listen, then she's calling my phone. I'm not answering the phone at all, bro. Like, she keep ringing them and every time she call and I'm just letting her ring out. She's on the phone, my mother. Yeah, I love him. My mama like, you don't do that to people you love. You don't just throw that shit out the window. Well, how would you like it if you came home and he threw your shit out the window? You ain't gonna like it. So my mother, first of all, my mom was mad because she was up 3, 4 in the morning.
Not violated.
So I went to go drop my man's home because he lived right there in Canarsie, not too far, like 15 minutes. I dropped him home. She called me. She still calling me. I finally answered the phone. She called the phone weeping and shit. And so I'm like, yo, I answer the phone. I'm like, what do you want? Like, I'm tight. So I'm like, yo, what do you want? She's like, can you go back to the house? I'm like, no, I'm not coming back right now. Damn sure I'm coming back right now. Boom. She's like, okay, can we at least talk? I said, we talking right now. She's like, man, I want to talk face to face. I'm like, I was there face to face. You didn't want to talk. You just wanted to be mushing me and doing all this.
I was upset.
So now that you calm down, it's like now you want to talk.
Yes.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. I said, I'm going to pull up. Dropped him off home, pulled up.
Now it's like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
The sun coming up. She wanted me to come in the house, but I was like, nah, I'm not coming in the house. You come outside to the car, we can talk, we can sit in the car. We sat in the car probably like 45 minutes talking. I told her, I said, yo, you bugged. I'm like, yo, what you did was amazing. One, it was a major turn off. 2, it was like, yo, son, like, you don't want me here no more. Because obviously you don't. You threw my shit out the window. Like, that implies that you don't want me here no more. So, like, don't sit here and tell me, oh, yeah, you love me. I was wrong. I didn't mean to do it, this, that, and third, after you did it. Like, when they told you, don't throw his stuff out the window, and you took it upon yourself and said, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. So, I just started laying down ground rules. I told her, I said, yeah, I'm not coming back tonight. I said, you probably see me tomorrow or the next day. Cause
and he didn't come back that night?
Nah, I went to my mom's crib, I went to sleep. I think I came over the next... That happened on a Friday. I came back over, I think, Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. One of them days. So I'm like, yo, yeah, stay away, this, that, and third, something. Like, I gotta get my mind right, because you violated me. For me, like, I'm not... She had to go to work. she was talking about something. I'm not going to work. I'm like, I don't want to work for. Said you can. Go take your ass to work. Like, she's like, yeah. So we talked. I told her how I felt. Feel me? After I was done sobered up, like, then she's in the car. She's like, I love you so much. I would never do that to you again. I'm like, yeah, alright, nigga. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. She had my guard up after that. Cause I'm like, yo, son, she violated me. You feel me? I ain't even do nothing. Like, I wasn't chilling with no broads. I wasn't doing, I wasn't doing nothing but getting drunk, chilling with the homies in the club. Like, and then, I'm like, yo, like, I told her, I said, you gotta stop doing something. You gotta stop becoming a loose cannon. Like, you just jump quick. Like, you jump quick. Like, you can't be doing it. So I'm like,
and I'm still working on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, yo, like, we gonna have rough patches. We gonna go through what we go through. But as long as we hash it out and talk like adults, then we'll be fine. Like, communication is key. And I told her that. And, you know what I mean? Ever since then, you know what I mean? We argue like every other couple argues. But we sit down and we talk like adults. And that's just the way we gotta go about it. Like, no, we not perfect.
At all. We, like, far from perfect.
We not perfect, but as long as it's something you want to work towards, you gotta get it done if you want to be with that person. You know what I mean? I see myself. Of your life? Yeah, I see myself being with you for the rest of my life.
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever.
Forever, ever?
Forever, ever. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you just gotta get past, certain things you gotta just work towards.
And it's like, ever since that issue, things have been uphill, like.
Yeah, it's been going up. Yeah, we still argue. She still gets mad and doesn't want to talk to me for the rest of the day. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's now getting to the point where we argue. Okay, we sit down and we talk like adults. I tell her how I feel.
We're working on communication.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's communication. Communication is a big key in a relationship. And that's where we were, like, falling off on in the beginning. Yeah, lacking. That's what we was lacking in the beginning. So now we're working on that. And, like, it's so funny because, like, after, I didn't want to see his mother. Like, I was like, I don't want to see mommy. I don't want to go over there. Do I have to talk to her for the rest of my life? I don't want to. Like, I was so scared. Like, she really scared me. I was like,
She avoided my mother probably for, like, another month and a half, maybe. She did not go. Like, I would be like,
I was scared.
Like, you come with me? She's like, nah, I'm not going with you.
Not
but
going.
I told her, I said, yo, like, my mother, like, yeah, of course she's gonna have her opinions, but she stands by what I want. If this is what I want, she's gonna stand by it, and that's what she did. But that's the end of the story time. Let's bring it back, flashbacks.
Okay. Bye, guys.
See y'all later.